I like to get a little bit of this angle too, just in case we see a nigga roll up.
Shalom Yesharala. First and foremost, we give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem. Double honors to the apostle, the elders of their millstone. Peace and blessings to those of the Akim that preach the word in all truth and sincerity. We the Hebrew Israelites here to prophesy America's downfall, which America, according to the Bible, is Babylon the Great, or daughter of Babylon. You know, we're here to teach repentance, and also to warn the impending destruction that said perils that's going to surely come to pass in the earth by way of through the Lord's prophecies, man. You know, the so-called white man is Esau, even according to the Bible, and the MOTB, which is the conflict device that I'm going in either hands or their forehead, is the charagma, according to Revelation 13:16. So as the brother see the time of the camp, and then shall I really be revealed. You know, because as of right now, as a current, you know, the truth is being proclaimed upon the housetops. You know, the truth is being acknowledged by the gates of the noble, by Esau, even the so-called white man, by way of this concrete urban situation in Cayenne West, you know, concerning the outcry against the anti-Semitism, man. You know, so we understand that this truth is going to backfire on Esau, man, because there's nothing he can do against the truth but be for it. So though he demonized the Israelites, guess what? The more and more you pushing out vibration in the earth, so the elect can come in the truth and be sealed and be delivered, man. You know? So
Yeah, you'll be able to figure it.
Because we in some exciting times, man. You know, Yahweh Shimon Shai is exalting his truth, his prophecies, man. You know, because very long time the truth has been so long without fruit. Now the truth is being declared, man. You know?
Start from the top. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 1.
Now this was an epistle or letter that Apostle Paul wrote to the church of Thessalonica, which were to the Israelite farmers. You know, now I was converts. I came out from Greek lifestyle, Greek culture, and Hellenist Jews. That's right. You know.
It says, now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushai Hamashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that day of Hamashiach is at hand.
Yeah, so we're supposed to be shaken in mind, man. You know, because the elect is going to be well grounded and settled and rooted in the truth in Yahushua. You see? So they're not going to be moved at the presence of Esau, Edom's war tactics to demonize us, man. You know? Because why? The Lord has put us up on game by the prophecies by telling us that Esau was going to do these things before they even happened, man.
That's right. Verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means.
See, let no man deceive you by any means. Yahushua said the same thing. Matthew 24 chapter, man. You know? Because it's a lot of vain deceiving other circumcision of Israelites that's pushing false doctrine, not pushing sound doctrine. You know, even throughout all these ways of life in the world. You know,
even with the current events right now, you know, you got the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, trying to come out and denounce, you know, you know, anti-Semitism and all that, and you know, they're going to be using that to deceive people because behind the scenes, these elites, they know that there's an awakening, man. You have a lot of people coming into the truth. And I can speak for the brothers, being out here on the highways and the byways for a time, you know, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, nobody was coming up saying, oh yeah, you know, Shalom or Judah or, you know, acknowledging that they're Israelites. But now, before we even set up, people saying, hey, I know the truth, and we the Israelites, so on and so forth. But these elites, they want to suppress that. So once again, it says, let no man deceive you by any means. For that day shall not come except there come a falling away first.
Right, now what was the falling away? The falling away happened during the time of 70 AD. You know, when the Romans persecuted Jerusalem, you know, which led to the diaspora. You know, diaspora is a Greek word which means scattering. The southern kingdom. You know, Judah, Benjamin, Levi during that time. You know? So, you know, that led to us losing our nationality, man, losing our heritage.
Hey, I'm gonna say this real quick. There's a group of people over there. 5 of them just looking over here. So I don't know what that is over there, but just watch over there. All right, see it?
Yes.
All right. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin shall be revealed, the son of perdition.
Yeah. That's Esau, man. Man of sin is Esau, the son of right. He's the son of perdition, the son of destruction, because everything he put his hands to is the quality of the changes, man. You know? Why? Because he's a wicked. He was accustomed to do evil. Can a leopard change his spots? You know, can those that are accustomed to do evil do good? No. You know?
I'm gonna bring out a precept because he says son of perdition. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 8. And I looked and beheld a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with beasts of the earth.
And also, that's going to be all the play that's going to be happening in Jacob's trouble, man. But Esau, the Lord's going to use Esau to push out that vibration in the earth. You know, because it's going to be a man-made famine. We already seeing it, man. You know, in the storehouses, it's the shortage of food, you know, meat, you know, supplies and stuff, man. You know, why? Because they understand that once people are, because food, like Apostle Paul always says, famine is going to be the, not having food, famine is the motivator for people to submit unto Esau. This as it was in ancient Egypt, you know, and there was a famine, and Joseph was the governor in Egypt, which he was a righteous man, an Israelite, you know, and all those people were submitting unto Pharaoh, man, just for food. They were selling their houses, they even sold themselves, you know. So people are going to be willing to do anything just to eat, get a piece of bread, man, you know. But we understand each time that the wicked is ruling, and he's not a man of his word, man. You see, because when the wicked are bearing fruit, the people want.
I want to get a precept here in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5, because we read in Revelation 6 and 8 that this pale horse, which is synonymous to Esau, it says death and hell followed him, you know, which is hellish conditions. So in Habakkuk 2 and 5, it says, yeah, also because I start at 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up.
Yeah, because he's been exalted, man. Because the Lord said in Job 9:24 that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So that's an example of Esau being exalted.
Right. Get that from the top. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him.
Yeah, so he don't have an upright spirit in him, man. He has he's a degenerate. You know, the scriptures call him profane. Profane means outside the temple. He's outside the ways of Yahweh Shai. The Lord is not at all pleased with the sacrifice of the wicked, man.
Well, that's why the scriptures call him Satan. If he ain't for the will of the Lord, then that means he's an opposition. You know, he's an adversary.
And Salakia, but if that man that we talk about actually has a depopulation agenda, and it is said that a real rich man just bought 95% of the farms in America.
Oh yeah.
So that go along with the famine that you're talking about, because that man's soul not lifted up right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they don't want, at least in Esau, they don't want people to be self-sufficient. You know, they want everybody to rely on them. Yeah. See, because Esau, he wants to to make a total obedient slave and with no resistance against him. You know?
And that's that godlike complex. You see, on the right hand side, you got the Heavenly Father, who's in control of all of, through his Son, of course, is in control of everything in the earth. He knows the hearts of man, man's goings of the Lord, so on and so forth. So Esau, which is the so-called white man, on the left-hand side, he wants that. That's why he wants to put that technology in. So he can know where you at, so he can know your thoughts. So he can press a button to destroy you from wherever the hell he can be, in the satellite somewhere, and bring judgment on you from the heavens. You know?
Esau wants to be controlled of that. As the Messiah.
Yeah.
You know, but he's doing it artificial.
New technology and shit. So
And there was a movie called Government Spirit. That had chips embedded in their brains, man. And whoever, I haven't seen them in a long time. Whoever didn't pass the simulations of the test that they were doing in the movie, they got exterminated when Esau pushed that button and their brains exploded.
Habakkuk 2 and 4, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Right, just on the elect. They will live by their faith because faith is a gift. It's up Yahweh by Shai. So they have to give the prophecy to believe in the Lord's name. Yahweh Shai says, blessed are those that have believed and have not seen. See?
This is Sirach chapter 40, verse, you said 26, right?
Yeah.
Verse 26, riches and strength lift up the heart, but the fear of the Lord is above them both. There is no want in the fear of the Lord, and it needeth not to seek help. Sirach chapter 40, verse 26, riches and strength lift up the heart.
Yeah, so riches and strength lift up the heart. Heart is from the Hebrew word la, which means your mind. That's what happened with Esau, man. You know, how did he get his riches? By through us. You know, the transatlantic slave trade, man, that was big business. You see?
And through his sword too. That's why he trusts in it, you know?
It says,
The transatlantic slave trade was part of his sword because he conquered the tribes through the sword. You know?
it says, but the fear of the Lord is above them both.
Yeah, because there is none above him that fears the Lord, man. See?
And it says, there is no want in fear of the Lord.
Yeah, want goes into lack. So there's no lacking when you fear the Lord, man. When you fear the Lord, it goes into respect. You know, because the fear of the Lord is the beginning of a knowledge and understanding.
And it needeth not to seek help.
Needed not to seek help because the Lord's gonna help us, man. You know?
So back in, you got something?
This is Isaiah 31 and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
Right, now we know Egypt, in the context of this scripture, is talking about America. You know, because America is spiritually, America is Babylon the Great. It's spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Because it's a high concentration of Israelites in America, Babylon the Great. All 12 tribes collectively, man. And that's what the great deliverance gonna come in America. It's how the great deliverance came in ancient Egypt.
It says, and stay on horses and trust in chariots.
Yeah, that's relying on Esau's military strength, man. You know, his fire jets, his tanks, trusting in the financial system, investing in this world. You investing in a burning house, man, for your Israelites, man. You know?
It says, because they are many, and the horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
Yes, people thinking about it. They don't want to seek Yahweh by Shemon Shai, man. Because it says in Malachi that, you have said in this vain to serve the Lord because we have walked mournfully before the Lord of hosts. So Jake don't want to come and shoot for more, but at least you know that, at least you know the truth, at least you know you're an Israelite, at least you know the prophecy, at least you know the counsel of the wicked, their agendas, You don't want to be ignorant to the fact of your enemy, man.
Lamentations 5:1. Remember, O Yahweh.
Now, Lamentations is written by the prophet Jeremiah, because Lamentations means to cry, lament. You know, and he wrote this when he was in the Babylonian Empire, man. You know, because people, they was worshiping other gods. You know, they were sacrificing their sons and daughters in the valley of Hinnom, you know, to Baal, man. You know.
It says, remember, O Yahweh, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach.
Yeah, you want the Lord to remember our lower state that we're in, man. Because, you know, the fact that we're in this low position, you know, is a fact that we have sinned and disobeyed against Yahweh Shimon Shah. Because in the ancient world, we were exalted, you know, during the time of King David and King Solomon, you know. And as a whole nation, we only have 40 years of peace upon earth, man. All those other years in our life, past captivities, has been nothing but travail and agony, man. You know?
That's why we had the book of Judges, man. We were in and out of captivity. And the Lord raised up judges to get us out of these specific captivities, man. You know? It says, consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens.
Yeah. That's talking about the small ass today, man. The heritage. And our heritage goes to our land, but also, you know, actually our nationality, our religion. You know? Us being Hebrew Israelites, that was turned to strangers, man. Because we were discontinued from our heritage. You know? Just as, like Elias Shimon brought out, just as the Heronian dynasty, they were Edomites, they were converted to our religion. You know, because during the Hasmonean dynasty, you had an Israelite by the name of John Hyrcanus, which stemmed from the Maccabees. You know, and when he conquered the land of Idumea, which was the Greek word for Edom, he conquered the Edomites and forced them to convert them to being an Israelite, man. So just as Herod and they was claiming to be us, the king of the Jews, like Yashimon brought out, they're doing that today. They claiming to be us today. You know? So nothing is new under the sun, man. What is now, what is then shall be.
It says, we are orphans and fatherless. Our
That's
mother.
an average story, Jake, man. You know? Going in foster homes, you know? That don't apply to the small hats, man.
Yeah.
You know? They get billions of dollars from reparations every year. But they want your little piece of bread, man. Your piece of crumbs that you get, man. You motherfuckers are selfish, man.
That movie Blood and Bone, he said, do you let dogs sit at your table to eat?
Yep.
You know?
The dogs that lift the wounds of the Israelites, man. The dogs of the heathen nations. You know, they have took advantage and exploited us for our lower state. And they think that there's nothing wrong about it. You know, oh shit, you know, they low already shit. It's gonna take advantage. Guess what? You just happen to afflict the apple of the Lord's eye, man. It's people. It's the Israelites, man. Us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans.
But it says, and our fatherless, our mothers are as widows.
Yeah, the widows and the single mothers, single parent household. You know,
So widow doesn't always mean, you know,
Husband died.
her husband died. Widow just means a woman that don't have a man.
Right.
And see, through the prophecies, through the curses, through the prophecies, we can see through the spirit who the Israelites are. All right, because the Israelites will fit these prophecies. Like it said in Deuteronomy 28, these curses shall be upon thee as a sign and a wonder. So the curses are identifier of who the true people of the Lord is, man. Just like the various facts that you brought out, going back to what you read in Lamentations. You know, fatherless, getting your heritage taken away.
Yeah.
You know, and Amos speaks about your women being hoes and harlots. Do you see so-called small hat women dressing provocative, selling themselves up and down the street like you see the Israelite women? No, you don't see that. You know?
people in our land today that we're all black. So, what they do is they
And they don't fit the characteristics, the circumstances, the conditions. They don't fit none of these curses.
Yeah. And furthermore, we can get it in Baruch. It speaks about the true people of the Most High, the true people of the Lord. They will forget their heritage, and they will remember themselves in the land of their captivity. So, you know, hey, ADL, come see us, come holler at us. Don't go to Kyrie Irving, you know. Don't go to Kanye. Don't go to these sellouts. Go to the low. Go to the meek. Go to the humble. Because we're gonna tell you what time it is, man. We're gonna open this book and we're gonna go precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, and we're gonna speak concerning according to this word, right?
Those are the ones that you can't blast us, mainstream media because you ain't gave us nothing. We ain't sold out, man. That's the only reason y'all can blast Kanye West and Kyrie Irving is the people that come up and oppose for y'all is because they have some sort of type of contract with y'all. We don't, man. We're free. The scriptures say you shall know the truth and the truth shall make you free, man. You know?
You can't humiliate the true prophets, man. The true prophets are the ones that humiliate you. The prophecy of the Bible is what reveals who you really are, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It reveals your true conduct, your true behavior. See, we don't need carnal, we don't need skin color and stuff, man. We can prove it by way of the prophecy. Who you are.
This is Baruch.
Now, quick, Baruch was a scribe of Jeremiah the prophet, you know, and he was also the Babylonian captivity. So he wrote these things that, you know, that was from Jeremiah.
And Baruch is Baruch in the Hebrew, which means blessing. This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people.
Yeah, this is talking about the Israelites, man. You know, our people are known to be stiff-necked, hard-headed, stubborn, you know.
But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
So this is a prophecy being fulfilled right now. We are in the land of our captivity right now. It says Jeremiah 50 and 33 that Israel and Judah were oppressed together. And that's happening in this land of America, Babylon the Great. You know? So it was,
This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
yeah, so the Lord, you know, the spirit of remembrance came back into the earth on the true Israelites. A way of Abba Visions. You know, which was Elijah the prophet coming back in the reincarnation, man.
Can we get that in Jeremiah? What's that? 17?
17:4.
Yeah, 17:4 about the shot. Because it says here, we will remember themselves. Now we're gonna get back to 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, because we was getting into the part where it was speaking about that there shall be a falling away. We fell away from who we were. We discontinued from our heritage. You got it, bro.
It's Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Yeah, so the Lord telling Jeremiah, look, even you and yourself gonna discontinue from your heritage. So Jeremiah, he had to, through the Spirit, had to remember himself, which we believe Jeremiah was either once amongst, the elders and apostles, now elders, or he's on the scene right now. But the point is, the prophecies is saying that the Israelites will discontinue from their heritage. Now, when you go into that word heritage, it's talking about the land. But in that land, we had certain customs, we had certain manners, we had certain things that we did in order to reference Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So if we discontinue from that, all right, we will lose our identity. Now, let's go to the small hats. The small hats can come out and make the bold statement and say that they never lost who they were. We always knew that we was the small hats. We always knew that we was these people.
Chosen.
But what does the prophecy say? What does the Bible say? What does the word of the Lord say? Because the word of the Lord is faithful and true. What does that say? It says that in Baruch chapter 2, verse 30, for I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities, the places that the Israelites was dispersed, going back to Deuteronomy 28:64, scattered, throughout the four winds of heaven, worshiping gods of wood and stone that their fathers knew not. In these different areas, Paul went to some of these areas. Asia Minor, Corinth, Thessalonica, Galatia, Ephesus. He went to Israelites that was scattered in those different lands, worshiping these gods of wood and stone, following after that Greco-Roman lifestyle. Whose parents, they didn't know who they were. Just like our parents. Our parents, some of us have some parents that knew, but for the most part, our parents didn't know that they was Israelites. They was regular in the church. But the Lord poured that spirit out for us to remember ourselves, starting with our elders. But continuing on in Baruch chapter 2, verse 30, for I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Why? Because they forgot who they were.
Yeah, Abba Bivens, he was the one that paved the way for the Israelite ministry, man. Abba Bivens, High Priest Rabiyah, High Priest Jaquah, King Masha, to our apostle Elizabeth Nelson, those great men was their teachers. So the foundation was laid in the late 1960s, man. And now look, it has spread it like a green bay tree. See?
Covering the world.
Verse 31. They shall know that I am the Lord, their power.
Yeah, because this is the Lord's doing, man. This is the Lord's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes as it is written.
It says, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear.
Yeah, so it's the Lord that gives us the understanding. Linked up with Ephesians 2:8, that it's a gift from the Most High to have faith, not of yourselves. So this is all from Yahweh Hashem Shai, man, because though we have this truth in earthen vessels, the excellency of the power may be of the Most High and not of us.
Yep. Right. Yeah, because we're just dust and ash. We just earth and ashes. So we have no position to be proud. Now, we are prideful in knowing the Lord. Say that in Jeremiah the 9th chapter. But we're not prideful in our strength. And hey, let's get a couple of men. We can take on the Roman Empire. We can, we got the numbers. We're not taking in pride in carnal things, man.
The Lord deals with balance. When the Lord speaks about pride, it's mainly talking about the bad pride.
Yeah.
But it's a good pride too, like you just said. Knowing the Lord, having dignity and integrity in the Lord, man. We're supposed to be proud in our heritage.
It's a little more. Baruch chapter 2, verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity.
Yeah, that's happening now. The Israelites, the elect, are praising the Lord with singing this song, man. This truth. Pushing the righteous sound doctrine. It's the sound doctrine starts with the names of the Lord, man, because you have Israelite can't say that the name of the Lord doesn't matter.
Kind of quick a little.
A little bit.
Yeah. You done, bro? Good point.
Names matter. Names carry vibrations, man. If someone call you by your name wrong, you don't get offended by that. Why? Because that's not your name. If you dealing with a woman, you having sex with her, and she call you by another man's name, you're gonna be offended at that, man. So that's the same thing with the Lord. The Heavenly Father Yahweh. You can't just call him anything, man.
And they shall praise me in the land of their captivities and think upon my name.
Think upon the Lord's name. Saying it correct in the became a Hebrew. You know?
It says, in return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. That's going into repentance, man. So what the prophecies are saying is, at the end of times, at the end of Esau's rulership, there's going to be a vibration of righteousness in the earth. You're going to have people, all right, who will remember their identity, remember who they are. They're going to praise the Lord in the land of their captivities. They're going to be thinking upon their name, all right, which the true name of the Lord comes with a doctrine, right? And then as it says here, they'll return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. That's repentant. So what are we reading here? We're reading that the Israelites, the elect, it's all about the elect, will repent and convert and worship the true power. That's what we read.
In one accord.
On one accord.
Eventually
right?
in one accord.
At least it was Psalms that said that I would set them in order before thy eyes, man.
It, it says, for they shall remember the way of their fathers.
You know, by how? By reading the counsels, all right, and applying it to our daily life. You know, remember the conduct of the prophets. The conduct of the prophets, how it was coming in. The spirit that came in. It came in prophesying the downfall of that kingdom, man. Not being compatible with this world, not loving this world, man. You know, sign and crime for all of our nation shall be done in this era. You know?
And how do we know that this is talking about right here? You know, somebody can come up and say, oh, well, that happened already. Well, there's a clue. It says in the 33rd verse, Luke chapter 2, it says, but they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord. Let's get Malachi, the 4th chapter. We'll read the first verse and then we'll go to the last verse. All about get understanding. You get understanding by the precepts. Right? Tell you that was it Psalm 119 somewhere? That's some of those Psalms, like 170 verses in there.
Constantly reminding you of those precepts through that whole chapter.
Yeah, like 10 chapters.
Yeah.
Baruch chapter 4. Malachi chapter 4, verse 1, and then the last verse.
Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of hosts.
Now we know that that's talking about the second death, which will be by way of fire. Alright? We're going to have a thermonuclear fire by way of World War III, or as the scriptures call it, the third woe, or Armageddon. And then you're going to also have the concentrated laser beams being shot out of the chariots of Israel by our Lord Yahweh Shai and the Holy Host. So we know this is talking about, this chapter is talking about end time prophecy, right? So now let's go to the 4th verse.
Skipping down verse 4. Remember ye the law of Moses.
I'm sorry, the last verse. Well, that's the spirit. Go ahead and read it. Yeah,
Read that one.
Yeah.
Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant,
That's us returning to our fathers.
which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel, with the statutes and judgments.
Okay, so if we remember the law, the statutes, and commandments, what are we doing? We're repenting. We're converting. Right? Go ahead.
Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
So we know that, we believe that that's talking about Abba Bivens, right? Because we believe that that's John the Baptist and also Elijah, right? Yahweh Shai spoke about that in Matthew 17 chapter. Go ahead.
And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children.
So now it's telling you what his task will be. Now it's telling you what the role that the Lord is going to give him to fulfill on earth, right? This spirit, this man, he's going to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children. Go ahead.
It says, and the heart of the children to their fathers.
So we're going to go back to our ancient ways. We're going to wake up. We're going to read about our forefathers. We got the garments on, right? We got the Hebrew names, right? We got the names of the Lord, right? We keep the law, the statutes, the commandments, right?
Oh,
doing what the ancient prophets did, our forefathers, doing the highways and the byways, right? All right? Telling our people to repent for the day of the Lord is at hand, right? So we're going back to the ancient ways, all right? Through the Spirit. Go ahead.
It says, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
Which he will do. But before that happens, there's going to be a process. You read in the 4th verse that, you know, they're gonna remember the law of Moses. You know, the Lord gonna set up the Elijah the prophet. And he's gonna turn the hearts of the father to the sons, and the sons to the fathers. So now when we read Baruch, the 2nd chapter, we can say through the Spirit that this is talking about now, because it says in the 33rd verse, and return from their stiff neck in their wicked deeds, like the brother read, remembering the law of Moses. But they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before me. That's us turning back to the fathers.
And the Most High's power of balance. Just like there was a falling away, He's going to set us in order.
Yeah.
Just like
There's a falling away, it's going to be a coming back.
Right,
It's going to be a remembrance.
Ecclesiastes 3.
Yeah.
You know?
See, the small hats don't fit that.
None of that.
And we don't see the small hats on the corners, man.
Like wild bulls.
You know? We don't see them shaking the hand that they may go into the gates. They are the gates of the nobles.
That lady was fake line, you know, they got the agent actors, you know what I mean? And she was saying, oh, I was sad because, you know, my people, and, you know, but like the brother said, y'all don't fit none of the scriptures, man. Of prophecy of us being revived, us coming back to our heritage. Because if Hitler really did all that, where is that prophecy in the scripture that he was going to do that to the so-called Jews or whatever, man?
Hey, and they also only got like one major thing to fall back on. We got a list of atrocities that we can, you know, pull out of the scriptures.
Then when you even look into the real history of those so-called concentration camps, man, they painted the picture of they were doing some atrocities in there, which all that stuff is not even true, man.
They were removing life.
Yeah. Hitler also came out with an article himself that said that America has the jewels of the Most High, man. You know, in captures. So these doubles know, man, but they'll paint the picture and try to cover all that up to make them a victim of something that didn't even happen, man. You know?
Just like I said, the truth is being declared.
Yeah, they kind of offended, but we offended that you live our life. You know, we offended that, you know, you claim yourselves to be us. You know?
Yeah, so once again, ADL, come holler at us. Come talk to us. Because we're not going to tiptoe and dance around. We just going to pull out the scripts, and we're going to go right to the prophecies. All right? Because the word of the Most High is a sword, man. And it's sharper than any two-edged sword. See, Esau, you blessed with the sword, right? And you blessed with deception, which is another side of that sword. But guess what? The word of the Most High, which is faithful and true, Hebrews 4 and 12, is sharper than any two-edged sword. So the truth is sharper than lies, man. It cut deeper than lies. All the way to the marrow. You understand? So that's why they're not going to come to us. They're not going to come and have this conversation with us. They're not going to come up with their cameras and all that. They ain't going to do that. They gotta come by way of deception to try to bring shame on this. But you can't, man. You can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth, man. So like I said, keep going to celebrities, people that got the bag, that have grown accustomed to having riches and fame and success. You ain't gonna get the Jews. I'm gonna get this real quick. I know brothers putting their precepts right.
Scripture say that I have used them by the prophets, man. So that's another example of you cut the word cut.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna get this real quick. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 19. You got it, bro. Many are in a high place and of renown.
Yeah, and I apply this to the nobles amongst our people. You know, Kanye West, the Kyrie, Jay-Z, Mayweather, the Diddy. You know, even these affluent characters from Esau. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. You know.
It says, many are in a high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed to the meek.
And right, what's the mystery? The prophecies, man. The meek are the humble, the elect.
That's why
Israel the Most High.
That's why they not going to us. That's why they going to Kyrie. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's why because they know that they know a little something, but they don't know the mysteries. They not coming to the prophecies, you know. Kyrie's argument is, oh yeah, I looked up words, which that's a part of the truth. You know, that's the chimney. It's like Elder Apostle Gabar goes into. You know, going into the words and all that. But what about the prophecy stuff? Because that's the mysteries right there.
Look, even that's backfiring on him.
Yeah.
Because when a rich man speaks, as you know, just the fact that they're going against him is bringing attention to this truth.
Yeah.
Them giving attention to that movie, that whatever he posted, making everybody look. Amazon making millions off of that movie right now. Everybody and their mama seeing this and hearing these words. They got a choice now. They didn't have a choice when they didn't know.
Yeah.
So you can't do nothing like you said for the truth.
This is a major chess move by Yahweh
Fine.
Rashad. Let's clap it up for Yahweh Rashad, bro.
That was major.
Because that's a major chess move. Because the Lord is marking. The Lord Himself is using the internet.
See?
You feel me? The Lord Himself, the Holy One of Israel, is using the internet Himself to mark. Because you got to use the internet to get on Amazon, right? You feel me?
And that shows you it only takes one event for all these things to stir up, man.
This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, verse 12. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, verse 12. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
Yeah, because we are not of them, man. You know, we were created to be the polar opposite. You know, the righteous and the wicked. You saw in Jacob.
It says, and he is clean contrary to our doings.
Yeah, so we contrary, meaning we're opposite. We're like adverse. Not like, but we are adverse to them.
Yeah.
You know.
Like we're the light and they're the darkness, man. We're just two polar opposite.
Most High is the potter. Good is set against evil.
That's why Yahweh Shai said, if you are the world will love you as their own. See, that's why Esau hated us, because we're not of them. You know, we're from a different world of thought, man.
He cut different.
Yeah. You know?
It says, he upbraideth us with our offending the law.
He upbraided meaning rebuke. You know, so rebuke the small hats for offending the law, because they don't keep them the law. You know?
Pink City.
You know, kosher pigs.
You know?
With the so-called Jews, they circumcise the male baby, they do it with their mouths.
Moil. With the moil.
Oh yeah.
And it's talking about pray to the east, not to the west, man.
It says,
So all your conduct is just adverse against the truth, man. You're not the people of the Lord.
and objecteth to our infamy the transgressions of our education.
Yeah, because their education is transgression towards our people, man. Because you're indoctrinating them with lies and false truths. You know, tell them that they're black, Hispanic, Native American, and Darwinism, Big Bang Theory. The world was made 10 million years ago. You know,
Even the holy days, the holidays that they celebrate are against us, our living experience, bro.
it's celebrating how
They celebrate how we get how we suffer.
how Halloween, paganism, all these polytheistic gods, man. All wrapped into one, the melting pot.
And these small hats, they make money off these holidays, man.
Right.
So here it is, you supposed to eschew evil, right? The real Israelites, the real people of the Most High, they eschew evil.
Right.
You understand? But here it is, the small hats, they're making money off of evil.
Thanksgiving deal.
You know, what's another example of making money off evil? They in the music industry.
They push
So
it.
so they give Jake these contracts of millions of dollars to push
gun talk.
like it say in Hosea the 4th chapter, by lying, stealing, and killing, committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood. That's black culture. That's all in the hip hop.
That's all it is.
The small hats, they make millions of dollars off of evil,
Promoting evil.
promote evil. And when the Israelites, they eschew evil. You don't see look, when Moses came down from Mount Horeb, when he had the 2 tables of stone with the law, statutes, the commandments, the chief ones, and he saw Israel out there turning up, all that.
Golden cabinet.
He dropped the stone. He dropped it like, man, you know, he wasn't encouraging that behavior.
Yeah. And look, they had the guy that makes the most money off that music industry. I think his name is Leor Cohen. They had him up on Charlemagne the God. Had him on. They talk about and you know that they promote this stuff and you make all the money. He said, I got people to feed. I got mouths to feed. So he justifying doing that to us because he needs to stack his chips.
Yeah. So he didn't shoot evil. He didn't avoid evil. He welcomed it. Because he got to feed. Oh, I got family. I got, he didn't shit.
If you kept the law says thou shalt not put a certain lot before the blind.
Oh.
That's what Esau is doing, man. Jacob's blind, thinking that, man, this is life, you know. You see Jacob in the media with all these jewelry and, you know, woman, foul woman at that. You know, adultery, you know, guns, drugs. So you're seducing. The scripture says the righteous exit is never the ways of the wicked seduce of him, man. You know. And Esau, you're the catalyst to that.
And we got so many charges on the Edomites, man.
You want to throw charges on us when we do a crime, which I'm not justifying the wicked, which they're supposed to be condemned for that crime. You know. But you're a hypocrite because you're doing everything that he's doing behind closed doors.
Yeah. Especially with this whole Russia-Ukraine, okay? These Russians are trying to get back what was theirs to begin with, you know? These Russians are trying to get back what's theirs. Well, you know, that land was a part of Russia. Feel me? And you American Edomites, what y'all do? Y'all came to a land that wasn't yours until snatched it.
And the scriptures say you shouldn't meddle with another man's affairs, man.
But this is a God-fearing country, right?
Yeah. They eschew evil.
You feel me?
They eschew
You got
evil.
American troops over there on Ukraine soil.
Man.
You know? But you got problems over here in America. Inflation, the soaring high prices of rent.
This motherfuckers out here don't even know where their next meal coming from.
Right.
But you know what? The Lord Yahweh Shai said you'll have the poor with you always. So we not advocating to you know, eliminate poor because the poor the Lord Yahweh Shai said it himself. All right? You're gonna have the poor with you always, but me, you're not gonna have it. You know, so but the point is,
But if you have the money to help them out,
yeah.
you know, you got billions of dollars, but you don't help them out. That's,
If I'm in my house, right? I'm over here, you over there. There's motherfuckers all around my house, laying out on the street, homeless, they ain't got no food, you feel me? Motherfuckers is just in a destroyed state. My grass ain't cut, my house needs paint and all that shit. Everything in my house is just, on my property is just fucked up. You know, people coming up, hey master, I need, you know, we need this, you know, hey, you know, we suffering over here. Completely ignore that But as soon as a little something happened over here, all right, $1 billion instead of $1 billion over here. Meanwhile, shit that you seeing in your own front yard, shit that's going on in your house, shit that's going on in your property, you completely just ignore that. But then you try to convince the public, oh yeah, we got to help out Ukraine because we got the big bad bully, Russia and Vladimir Putin, and you know he's just such a bad guy, and so America, which is Babylon the Great, ruled by these Edomites, is just looking bad, man. It's just looking terrible. Meanwhile, you got the lowly bringing out the truth. You got the wisdom of the Lord covering the earth like the sea right now. You understand? So Esau, he got just too much shit going on, man. You got military troops spread all over the place. You got inflation. You got a debt and financial crisis. All right. You got a looming famine. You got the up-and-coming diesel shortage. You got these people finna revolt and rebel, man. People's finna lose their damn mind in the coming months, man. Everybody, there was a report that came out and said 63% of Americans is paycheck to paycheck. They're on the verge of losing everything. You understand? Then you're raising these interest rates, right? The feds, Chairman Powell, you know, he's saying, look, hey man, we're gonna have to keep raising these rates, man, because shit ain't making sense. So what that's doing is making it harder to get bank loans. And when you work for a job, don't you know your employer, in order to pay you weekly, they get money from the banks? You know, the shit that they selling, what they wears or whatever, they're not getting the money, okay, boom. All right, now no, when you get paid on your paycheck, that's money from the bank. They get bank loans, they get money from the banks to pay their employees, and then they wait for that revenue to come in from what they're selling or whatever the fuck they doing. So if it's costing more to get money from the banks, right? What you think these jobs gonna do? Oh, we need to slow down this. We need to eliminate some of this workforce because we got to balance out the numbers. We got to balance out the spreadsheet.
Yeah. Sometimes you're in the red, and sometimes you're in the black.
Right. So what's gonna be happening? A lot of these jobs is gonna be kicking their employees to the curb, man. And then the employees that stay, they're gonna be piling on more tasks. Remember, we had the worker burnout. So it's gonna be more worker burnout. People gonna be, hey, I need more pay. I need to make more money. So Esau just got a lot of economic goals, man. That's all we're saying. Look, don't put all your effort into these jobs. These motherfuckers gonna cut you off. The 401k, all that shit is gonna be cut off. That's something our forefathers benefited off of. 401k. They're not benefiting off that, man.
Proverbs 3:92. When the righteous are enjoyed, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn.
And that's what y'all finna witness. Y'all finna witness these people mourning, man. They already mourning. You know, then you had California giving out this stimulus, this $350, $700 if you got a dependent. What the fuck is $700, man? But they'll paint the picture that, oh man, that's a lot of money. But the point is, more money is being put in the economy. All right, people are mourning. And you get the money, you go right to the grocery store, a packet of meat is $12, $15, $16, $17. You know? Gas fluctuates. They give you a little hope to how the gas go down 50 cents and then boom, over a weekend, the shit back up. And then I've been noticing through the spirit at night, I don't even be coming out at night, man. All type of judgment, evil, wickedness, motherfuckers doing donuts, getting hit by cars. Then you're on the freeway, people bobbing and weaving out of traffic, car accidents, spirits, evil spirits, all kind of shit going on, man. Do you not see what's going on? Do you not see the shit that's going on in the world, man? The dynamic, the spirit of Egypt is failing. Let's get that real quick.
Yahushua said, return of the signs of heaven.
Yeah, man.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember not thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Yeah, so you want to come to the truth when you're young. No, I mean, the Lord does have balance. He does have older individuals in the faith. But it's best to come in the truth when you're young, like Jeremiah. Yahushua. Jeremiah, Yahushua, who else? Ezekiel. Ezekiel, he was young. Samuel, you know? Ezekiel, when you read the first chapter, now, I don't know if the scholars are going off, but it says it when he was 13 years old, you know? He was by the river at Kabar, and then visions of the Most High came.
They were young men when they got into the Bible.
Yeah, because you put your energy, you put that fervency, you put that zeal.
Hey, but that means everybody getting home. Everybody hearing the truth soon as now.
Yeah. Yeah, so you want to come when you got that fervency before the evil days come. Because a part of the evil days coming is the famine of the word. Amos 8 and 11. You know, the doors of mercy closing. You know, the crying for wine in the streets. You know, all these particular woes happen. You know, you talk, oh, well, what's happening? Here it is, you've been lollygagging, bullshitting, lackadaisical, worrying about the game. You know, or working, you know, oh, I'm just grinding, I'm just trying to make this money, man. You know, inflation, you know, 6 days, 10, 12 hours a day. Then you know that's designed to keep you away from the truth. You know, this work, that shit is designed for you. When you get off work, you ain't looking up you ain't looking up no videos. You don't want to do nothing but eat and sleep.
Distractions.
So you produce a slave mentality. That grinding, more time, more OT. Fuck all that, man. Here it is, you making all this, you working 10, 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. But you can't, this is what Esau's data say. The average person can't even financially deal with $1,000 emergency. That's why in Haggai, it said, what? I sold much, but bring in little. You feel me?
That's the curse. It says in the verse that basically you're going to reap your enemy's fields, but you're not going to gather nothing. So you working up these jobs, you know, like you said, 12 hours, shit every day, warehouse job.
Breaking down your fucking body, man.
Yeah. You know, then you don't even got nothing to say for yourself, man.
Then you slaving on these jobs, right? You know, we under the curses. So our wives have to be harlots in the street. So if you got a woman, she out here, she sleeping around, right? Children, wicked. You feel me? You live in the ghetto.
We can't even benefit off our labor because we subject unto payments. That money go right back out.
Then Jake fruitful, so he got other kids. 9 times out of 10, he's dealing with all kind of legal shit. This system is full of oppression that's designed, the spirit ain't on you, to keep you far away from the truth, man. You got it. Oh, man.
And not to mention,
Roman Empire.
Yep.
Taxing the hell out of Jake.
and not to mention, you know, they come with all these medical plans.
Oh.
They damn near take the majority of your goddamn check.
But there's no free Medicare.
Look.
Here it is, you got
They want you to pay all this damn money in Medicare care, right? We signed the crime for all abominations that be done in this country right here. They want you to pay for Medicare, right? But then you go to the grocery store, it's hella GMO and all kind of chemical and fluoride in the water and all that shit, to where you gotta be going to the doctor. That's why brothers get on the herbs, get on the vitamins, get on the herbs, exercise a little bit. You ain't gotta be no, gym crazy. Make sure you moving around and shit, man. You know?
Even the apostles, that's like, even the apostles said it, you know what I mean, in the spirit, man. No, like the brother said, no one can go into this hospital.
Man, this is not, hey, you got a cough and you go to the fucking doctor. They saying you got the new variant, man. You got the new one.
Even if you have kids in the society, you know, you gotta literally fight and doctors off, man, so they're not putting no BS in your kids. So, like the brother say, you go to these doctors and all this stuff, man. Get on them herbs, man. The Lord made the herbs on the earth, man, for men. You know, for men.
For the service of men, yeah.
You know?
Jeremiah 2:14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? And that's the spirit of Satan. You know? Yeah, they work all these hours, and when the truth be brought to them, they don't want to hear it because they didn't work 12 hours that day.
Yeah.
You know, so their mind is already on the rest. You know?
They are on a short fuse.
And they hear the message of this place will be destroyed. And they don't want to hear that, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And then the leaders, which cause them to error, right? They pushing the vibration when you go on social media, right? Scrolling up and down. Oh, I got the bag, I got the money, I got the bag, you know. Oh, remember, you know, work hard and all that. Them is direct orders from the elites, man. No days off, hustling. Every day I'm hustling. No days off, I'm grinding. Yada, yada, yada. That's to keep you in the slave mentality, man.
I remember there was this one pastor that he was like, because you know how the scriptures say that the things that the Lord did, you know, the Lord said, we shall do greater. And he try to like bring that into like the sermon, through the sermon, through the spirit. You know, he can feed that to his congregation, and they think like, oh yeah, that means, you know, I can get rich. You know, I'm gonna get a lot of money.
The Bible is not about get rich quick schemes, man. You know? And if the blind lead the blind, they both shall fall in the ditch, man.
Because, and I'm gonna say this for sure, because we're so lowly and poor when they go to these specific churches and a man brings a leader that urge bring out a specific message saying, oh yeah, so these miracles are gonna happen automatically in Jake's mind. They thinking like, oh yeah, so I'm gonna get my next dollar soon, or I'm gonna get my breakthrough. I'm gonna go to the casino. You know, the prophet or the pastor said I'm gonna, you know, get a miracle. So giving them false hope, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why these pulpit preachers, man, they can get those big collection plates off of Jake, because Jake thinks putting that money in, they're gonna receive 100-fold back, and they don't even bring that scripture back out, man. You know, or receive 100-fold. Which really, you paying that man's rent, his car note, you know, his kids, you know, full college. That's what you're doing, man.
Now, there's a righteous side of that. You know, if a man giving you the truth,
Yeah.
you know, if like case in point, us, right? The people who watch and support this truth, they supposed to take care of us. You know, we supposed to only be ministering to the Lord's sheep. We supposed to only be feeding the sheep and feeding the lambs, man. We supposed to dedicate our life. That's why Romans, the 12th chapter, we look at it on a blue letter at the top, it says dedicated service. So we're supposed to dedicate
That's so
the
true.
service.
Sorry, but the false prophets, especially like the fucking Vatican and shit. Sorry.
Let me ask you a question.
That's all
How you
true.
feel about feminism?
Sorry, I'm just like, I mean, I don't fucking know. I mean, fuck, I think fucking feminism. I mean, I think the way y'all get treated is more fucked up. To be honest, like we're girls. Like what the fuck? It's like not even. Sorry, that's just my opinion. I give a fuck like less. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just having a real. It's crazy. I don't know what the fuck, but that's just my personal opinion. I mean, feminism. For people that are stupid and they think feminism is like, oh, girls are better. Like, you know, girls rule, like boys rule. Like, no, it's feminism. Literally, definition is everybody should be equal. Not even everybody meaning every gender, meaning everybody means everybody. So if you're not a feminism, you're probably a piece of shit. That's just the real truth.
Okay, well, men is superior than women. But thank you, appreciate it.
I mean,
Alright.
I wouldn't say men are superior. I mean, maybe no. I
Well,
would.
but this whole-
Not
this
all.
whole-
I mean, women. We literally bleed like for a whole week, like once a month, and we can push out a kid, living like a human. Like, you mean it's
This whole
like the
economy,
same.
women wouldn't be in a state of safety and comfort the way they are right now if it wasn't for men building up this infrastructure.
That's true, but like literally, like I mean, I'm running away from my ex who's like literally try to fucking kill me, like beat my fucking ass. But that's all. But that's my decision to be with that motherfucker. But I don't want to be with him no more. You feel me? I'm just saying it's like men. I mean, that's not saying all men are like that, but like most men do that shit. I mean, what the fuck? Like, I can't name a homegirl who hasn't been like raped or fucking. And I'm an ex who's fucking, or what the fuck, you feel me? That's not saying anything about, I'm not trying to make it all like that either, though, you feel me? Because some girls do just, if you're provoking your man, if you're really provoking, you're like, hey, baby, I'm calling you out his name, and you're just like, baby, please don't fucking do this, I'm gonna suck the shit out of you, and he still does it, yeah, she deserves to get slapped, and I'll be the first woman to admit that shit, because it's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And then it's like, because some bitches be doing that shit just so the man will hit him, just so then she can be like, oh, he hit me, wham. And then it's like, fuck. And that's some real shit too, but I mean, I'm just saying,
like I
fuck.
said, Isaiah
Don't
32,
post that on anything, for
many
real.
days
'Cause
a year.
I'm just like crazy as fuck.
That is my personal.
There's gonna be a lot of women like her. It's bugged out. And this is what happens when you got so many different seeds in you. You bug out.
Yeah.
Wait,
Add on-
what? What do you mean? Are you
add
talking
on-
about me?
Add on and channels.
I'm sorry, because like I don't even like. Are you talking about? Wait, what do you mean by that?
We're talking about
Okay,
women.
cool. I was gonna say, cause I was like,
We're talking about
I thought you were
women
talking about planting a seed.
that
like,
are
like,
in.
you don't
We're talking
understand
about
what
women
it
that
is.
are in similar scenarios that you in right now. Alright. What other?
I'm laughing because you know I thought what he meant too.
Are we
but-
gonna finish our show? But
I'm sorry, no. I'm
nice having you.
so that's what's laughing with him. Nobody else.
This is
Nice
Ecclesiastes
Yeah.
12:1. Remember now that thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. I'm going to bring out a perfect spirit if I could.
Yeah, you got it.
It says, when the days that you shall have no pleasure in them. And when those days come, see everybody right now, you can go to Disneyland, you can do this, you can do that. You can go out to the store, you can go get a drink, you can go to a bar. And I noticed, like the brother's been saying, a lot of these spirits that have been active, especially these spirits be more active on the weekends and stuff, but it's been in that club spirit. There's a lot of, all you see on social media is people in clubs or at their house, man, bottles, so these spirits are man activated, man. But there's coming a day, soon, to where there ain't gonna be no pleasurable days, man. What did it say in Isaiah 24?
There shall be a cry for wine in the streets.
No?
See the confusion is broken down.
Walking down, yep. And it says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the sun or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because there are few.
Now the keepers of the house, this is the economists, the financial advisors, the people that look at the different data and see how the economy is doing as far as, buying and selling. When you look at the different reports coming out, they're seeing a dark future. All right now, brother. They're seeing a dark future in regards to this economy. All right, it's going to be a lot of people homeless, losing their jobs. All right, a lot of the food that you see in the grocery stores is not going to be there. It's going to be a famine. On top of a famine, you're going to have people rioting, looting, civil unrest, people going into people's houses, invading, a lot of women getting raped, a lot of killing. This is all end-time prophecies that are found in the Bible. All right, all that type of behavior is going to be seen, and we already see it's a buildup. It's slowly happening. The governments that are, governing this place, the politicians, the mayors, they all are part of it. They all know that we're entering into a time of great trouble, man. A lot of the pastors, the preachers, they're not bringing out this message. They're preaching peace and prosperity. Before the Lord comes, It's going to be great tribulation. Another word for tribulation is trouble, chaos, anarchy, sedition, woe, evil. The days of evil is coming. Bad times. Daniel, all the major prophets, Daniel, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Esdras, Ezekiel, Haggai, all the prophets forewarned of end time prophecy, man.
Tribulations, they call it.
Yeah. And all these different things is coming down. Now the customs of the prophets of old, they will come out in the marketplace, on the highways and the hedges, on the streets, to proclaim the word of the Lord and to forewarn the people of what's going on. And that's where we come in, through the Spirit. And she scoffed. Now it's making sense. Remember? But that's how people finna be.
Yeah.
They gonna cast. Motherfuckers will cast the truth behind them. Now they come in the camp, want to cleave. Listen, you feel me?
The Lord's making these people, they're going to have to acknowledge the truth some way or some fashion. So whenever something happens, within, the personal space, you got to acknowledge the truth some way or some fashion. Again. Your job, you can't pay your rent. Probably, we heard prophets in the freeways say that. So now it brings to you to remember, it's like, damn, that is saying the truth. Not only coming out here, but also watching, when they watch videos on YouTube.
They definitely remember when they're out of their comfort zone.
Or could have had her get jacked up that same day. That's why she came over here. That's what's about to start happening to a lot of you people that walk by. Like what she did, I remember exactly what she was doing. She was just talking shit, man. Or it's gonna start getting a lot of you, man.
A lot of scoffers is gonna start. When the Lord really bring that pressure, people gonna start considering. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. They're gonna start considering certain things. And best believe the word of the Lord, it doesn't go out void, man. We don't know how the Lord doing this, man. When we out here teaching and preaching, we don't know how the Lord is having these people remember the little bits and pieces that they heard, having dreams about it at night. You know?
Follow me all day.
Remembering certain things. Man, all I remember is those dudes saying that's just evil times coming. I just keep thinking about that. I can't get those.
Can't get it out of my mind.
Yeah, I can't get out of my. And it's not about us. It's about the word of Most High, which is being preached with power, man. Like I said, we don't know how the Lord is doing this to these people, man. Man, ever since I saw those guys, man, I've just been seeing all kind of bad news reports and stuff, man. Been noticing stuff. What you got?
This is Luke 21 and 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
Prophets can't be confounded because they're speaking according to the word, man. And all the words of the Lord come to pass. Scriptures come out, we're supposed to speak the oracles of the Most High. So at the end of the day, you can't confound the true prophecy, man, like bringing out the Lord's prophecy, the true message.
Oh, that was
Yeah, I have. Isaiah 24:11. It says there's a cry for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The burden of the land is home.
That's about to come back. See, everything is going. Is leading up to something coming down big, man.
It says there's a cry for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened.
All joy is darkened. All right? Because now, like I said, through the Spirit, they uplifted specific mandates. But man, when these mandates wasn't uplifted and y'all had to stay in the house, man, we had people crying, man. Now everything is, you got to still if you're still wearing masks, But you had people crying, man. Because Because there wasn't no joy in the streets. You couldn't go out and do the regular. And that's how the Most High is going. That's how the Most High is going to use this devil on a lot of you Jakes, a lot of you people out here in America, man. You know, he's going to use them. He's going to use this devil by way of putting out a specific mandates to make this place non-enjoyable.
Yeah.
Which we don't enjoy this place anyway. You know, us brothers back here. You know, we don't really too care about it. We don't care about it at all. You know?
That's why the Lord said it is Solomon said it is better to go into the house of mourning than to the house of feasting. Because when you go into the house of mourning, you're able to accept reality. Because these people that don't go into the house of mourning, they don't accept reality because they're in the house of murder. But they see on social media the season of what so-called life really is, man. And it's not like that. People is mourning. You may see people with nice cars and jewelry. Guess what? You niggas are scammers, man.
And this is a feminine, based society. And when you look at the characteristics of women, a woman can be on her period, right? Hella unclean, been mourning all night, heartbreak, no money. But guess what? She'll wake up and she'll put makeup and shit on. Put makeup on, curl her hair, put that outfit on, and look, have the appearance of nothing is wrong. That's this place, man.
Yep.
Here it is. She's like Gloria Howard said, whited sepulchres, but in the inside, dead man's bones. So on the outside, this shit looking good. If you on the social media and all this other shit, everything looks cool. Everything looks good.
Everybody get married, birthday party.
Yeah, but then once you start digging deep, this person, like you said, a scammer, crook. Oh, that car ain't theirs.
Really?
Oh, they all piled up in that one-bedroom apartment over there, living over there. Oh, she sleeps around. She gets money. She gets, she sells herself at night. So on and so forth. So when you go into these people's lifestyles, you'll see like, wow, what the fuck? You know how to make this shit look good.
And that's why people say, be not envious at the work of the iniquity.
Yeah.
Because they have gotten by ill-gotten gain. See, what the Lord's going to party next, the Lord blesses us. We didn't have to sacrifice and all that stuff. The Lord is going to bless us just like he did with our forefathers. It wasn't, when Job had all those riches, he was the richest man that he was during his day. He didn't have to do, worship Satan. The Lord is blessing with the substance. So it's going to be like that in the kingdom, but before the kingdom, the Lord is going to, Scripture says, thou shalt be married and have abundance. And Jacob's troubles, man.
And I went to see the spiritual. I don't know if y'all ever seen on that bus. The brother brought the scripture up, dead man's bones. The bus got a sign on it that said bones and all.
Yeah. New movie, yeah.
You know?
Check this out. Brothers just put it.
Trucks don't move, you can't get nothing into the stores, man. Specific trucks, things like that. And then guess what? That can go into truck structures because a lot of these truckers, man, they own their own trucks, man. And if they can't move those trucks, they can't feed their families and things like that, man.
We just went into that in the homework.
Yep.
These major industries rely on diesel fuel. You got agriculture, okay? You got the truck stops, you got construction, right? And all those different industries is the backbone of the economy and infrastructure of this place. What did you have?
Diesel fuel is a lifeline to the economy. Because different types of transportation is what diesel fuel uses to bring in the goods and services from other countries. The railroads, the buses, the barges, trucks, 18-wheelers, for all those things. If there's no diesel fuel, then those transportations can't come into your local storehouses. the latter end of it. The famine. The famine in all categories. You know, from your clothes, from your food, your water, your shoes, you know, your lotion, oil, things of that sort that people use on a daily basis to, you know, keep up, you know, their looks and stuff, you know.
And a lot of those, the cargo that those trucks carry, they come off of what? They come off the sea, man. They're imported.
That's called profit.
So that's how you know, so when they're holding those imports, man. You know? Hey, man, the Lord's doing the thing, man. You know? Soon, man, you gonna wake up. Like the brother said, the storehouse shelves is gonna be different, man. These women get imported Indian hair.
Lashes. Lashes and shit, you ain't gonna be able to find them, man.
Lashes, man.
Lip gloss, lipstick,
You ain't gonna be able to buy new tights, bitch.
tampons. Oh, you be able to got them razors.
Oh,
The shade.
Ibuprofen, man. The back of the cramps back.
The backwood onesie. I seen a chick, man, this week, man. She had in the store a onesie that had it was a backwood onesie, man.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell, man?
What you gonna find out is they ain't all clear with the
Oh, man, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, first off, they bleed for 7 days. Only time a man bleeds is if in a fight or something, man. You know?
It goes that way anywhere you want.
Yeah. And then that woman, she's probably was an Israelite.
Yeah.
You feel me? She probably was in the Northern Kingdom. But you saw how bugged out she was, man? That's how a lot of women finna be, man. Just run her damn mouth, man.
Plus they got those attitudes.
Right.
This leads to right where you're going.
And we like seeing women assed out like that. You want to know why? Because when feminism was at their height, look at this bitch, half naked. Look, before big old black nigga woman. Man, look, swinging that fake ass hair, and you know she got fake eyelashes on. You know, when feminism was having you women prosper, when y'all was getting them lofty positions at work. You know, when these men was just all going crazy over you, the DMs and all that shit. You know, look at this bitch. Look. Just come. Oh my God. Bitch was twerking.
On the scooter.
Bitch dropped down and got her equal on the damn scooter, man. She naked. I hope she fall, man. That's why we not checking for the nigga, man.
Debit card that shit run out of money, man.
That's why we look at the Latin woman and the Hebrew.
Yep.
What's going on over here? See, it's the spirits all over the damn place, man. You got fire trucks and shit over here. You got the sword over here. You got the nigga woman over here going crazy on scooters twerking. Northern Kingdom woman over here bugged out high off drugs. People walking past the poppers.
I posted, I don't know if y'all seen it, posted, we was putting an article in the chat that it was last night, 9 people in Philadelphia got shot in a nightclub. So, you know, it's saying that, you know, the freaks come out at night. You know, so freaks can be synonymous with the evil spirits, man. The evil spirits come out at night. That's why, like you were saying, it's not really wise as of right now, unless you work or something like that. But you know, it won't be really wise to go to the store, local liquor store at 12 in the morning.
Be like Howard Shaw. He was raising up early, teaching and doing stuff, you know, in the morning. And you got a new moon, the full moon, which comes in at Monday night, that evening. That's a full moon, and they saying it's a lunar eclipse that's going to be seen all throughout here. And guess what else you got? You got the elections following the same day. You know? And spirit, you know, during this time, spirits be high. Be high. And then, you know, tomorrow and Tuesday it's supposed to rain out here too, so I can, you know.
A lot of reasons why spirits be so heavy high on these specific specific these lunar moons and stuff, because also, so you know, the scriptures tell us, which if I can get it real quick, Luke 21 and 25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Now that's on the right hand side. We look for them signs, you know, and you know, scriptures wise. Also too, you know, on the left hand side, you got a lot of these witches and warlocks, you know, these higher luminaries that do specific sacrifices, you know, when these lunar eclipses come in and these lunar moons and, you know, full moons and stuff, because they have their way of doing specific things to appease these spirits and Satan too, to try to get blessings, man. But us on the right hand side, we're looking at these things as signs, you know, of our ultimate blessing, which is deliverance. But that's why a lot of these spirits be active on these specific days, because you got these you got the lower left hand Edomites that may be in the crystals and stuff, you know, in chakras where they go into it, you know what I'm saying? That do they little stuff on the left hand side too. So that's why there'd be a lot of active demons on these new moons and high, you know, and specific things like that.
They was doing that. I was watching a video about the celebrities in Hollywood. They was doing sciences.
Seances.
Seances, you know, crystal ball and stuff, medium,
Yep.
you know, communicating with the dead. That's the scripture call that
Familiar spirits.
Yeah, you're supposed to leave the dead alone, man. You don't read about like such and such. He went to the tombs and you know he was sad. And Isaac he left for his mom and he went to the tombs. Man, no, man.
Because that's what Saul did with Samuel. Samuel, he was mad at King Saul. Because he caught some of the, you know, by that too.
He said, well, what did it say? Prophesied beyond the grave.
This is Isaiah 24:10. See, the confusion is broken down. Every house is set up that no man may come in.
What is confusion? You know, I've been seeing a couple times when you brush past, they got a movie coming out called Boys, brother son
Oh, yeah,
stuff, man.
he like this.
That's confusing, and that's witchcraft. You know, because you have a little kid, you know, a little Jake, look at that, oh, my brother, and then, you know, next thing you know, at the house, it's just a Smash Brothers, man.
Man,
You know? This is the city of confusion, and that's why the Lord's going to just completely obliterate and break this place down, man. It's going to be broken down in a way you've never seen. Daniel 12.
For John 5:18. And we know that we are of the Most High Yahweh, and the whole world lies in wickedness.
Whole world, like, because, hey, started going back to the Maccabees with the Greeks. You know, what did it say? Evils were multiplied in the earth. You had a lot of them Greeks. You know, you had a lot of them Greek customs go back to what? The gym. You know, and those were there were Israelites in the gym, which really, you know, that going back into the Maccabees, there were naked men in there working out, man. You had a lot of Israelites doing the same thing. That's why scripture say that there is still. Now we go work out. We don't have that mentality, but we just know the spirit when it goes back to. You know, we know when it goes back. There ain't nothing wrong with working out. You know, and the scriptures say that. You know, body exercise profit is little, but it does profit. But just going back to the customs of how this place goes back to ancient Greek. I mean, the Greek Empire. You know, we're able to break that down through the scriptures. You know, according to this world, man. You know. Oh, you said.
yeah, I wanted to make a point about the body exercise profit little.
Right.
You know, because when you are doing certain, you know, resistance training, or if you're on a bike or the elliptical or whatever, you know, you're able to, you know, when you start getting fatigue and stuff, and you know, you can look at it as, okay, this is my weak point.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and you start telling yourself in your mind, no, keep going.
Yep.
Because what I've been noticing is, and we know this, you know, everything, it starts in your mind, man. You know, you start getting weak, not in your body first, but your mind. It starts up here first, man. know, then you start, I'm burning out. Slow down. You do those thoughts in your mind, and then your body follow after.
One of the best qualities to have is endurance.
Yeah.
Right,
So
yeah.
when you are doing, particular workouts or whatever, you got to start telling yourself, hey, strength, endurance, keep going. As soon as you get tired, let me go. Let me go another minute. Then let me go another 2 minutes. And what that does is, it profits you because now what you're doing is you're applying that to the faith. Because you gotta train your mind. You're training your mind up, man. You're putting yourself. You feeling, I can't do it no more. Yeah, you get out that comfort zone. You feeling like, I can't lift this no more. But then you tell yourself, in the name of Yahweh Shema Shah, push, boom.
Yeah, I went to the gym on Monday, man. I was on the treadmill.
Yeah.
I was tired. I kept going.
Yeah.
I was walking, but
Yeah.
but still, once you boost up the time, the less I get tired.
And then it's another thing too. Let's say for instance, okay, I'm on a treadmill. Like me, I do spiritual numbers, 12 minutes, like 12 minutes. 5 sets of 12. But I notice if I'm on a bike and I'm on that motherfucker, and I'm at the 11th minute, it seems like time starts rolling fucking back. Like, wait a minute, what the fuck? But I've learned through the spirit that at the end, you gotta kick it up. At the end, you really gotta end off how you begin. How you first get on, you own it, right? You gotta end off like that, man. Because once you finish, it feels good. It feels, you really feel like, man, I didn't break down in my mind. I didn't get weak. I didn't get weak mind.
That's why they call it temperance.
Yeah.
They take a sword and they put it in the fire, and they put it in the cold water, then they bang it with a hammer and stick it back in the fire. The last 2 minutes, when you rev it up like that, and no pain, no gain.
Yeah.
That's more like that gym. You feel good too.
Yeah, especially if you met your goals.
Right.
If you met your goals, you feel encouraged to come back. But if you don't meet your goals, you be like,
Discouraged.
I'm not. It's not working out for me. I ain't gonna go tomorrow. Maybe I start fresh next week, and then you get the pudding off, and then slowly but surely, you ain't been to the gym for 3 years. So this is a lot very spiritual.
Saying when I used to box, man, a lot of my coaches, look, you gotta break that mental barrier, man.
Yeah.
A lot of us, man, growing up younger, you gotta push through that limit. Some of us have mental barriers, man. And once you break that mental barrier, you get pushed to new heights, man. And that's just like this truth. When you brother just like this truth, man, through the spirit. When you get that diligence and stuff like that, you break the mental barriers, which a lot of mental barriers that, come from these spirits out here, man. These demons try, doubt. You have a demon in you. Oh, you got to doubt, man. You doubt, man. You can't do this. Now it is impossible. But that's a mental mental barrier, man.
It is. That's true. Sometimes, in the truth, you don't feel like doing bills that day, but you still force yourself. Besides, you will force yourself to go to the gym if you don't feel like doing it.
Because once that demon hops off you, you break that mental barrier, man. Because that demon only just gonna try to drag you down, like the brother said, to the point to where 5 videos a week turns into 3. 3 turns into 2. Then once you get down to doing that 1 a week, you struggling doing that.
But you know what? The reason why a person would get into that because he's distracted with something else. Something else got their attention.
That spirit moved that specifically in front of you to see you decline, man. Because what we do is powerful throughout the week. And hey, like the scripture said, he was part of it, he said he would love to be with the Lord, but it's evil that he's here. So a lot of the epistles we read throughout the week is meaningful to burn a lot of you brothers and you sisters up throughout the week to keep you going, man. You know, it's the Lord.
Ephesians 6:10, it reads, Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord.
Yeah.
How about you, Shah?
Be strong in the Lord, man. Be strong in Yahweh Shem El Shai, because it's most needful at the times that we're entering into right now. You know? And the Lord paved us and gave us the instruction manual on how to fight these specific things. Sometimes you might have to fast. Sometimes there'll be something that you're doing that you might have to put the video game away for a month. Right? You know? You might have to stop doing specific things, you know, for a month or two, so you can get that spiritual focus back on the Lord.
Yeah, like Daniel, where it says that, you know, he said that no flesh came into my mouth, neither wine, you know, so certain pleasures, you know, food and, you know, having a drink, wine, champagne, strong drink, whatever, that's certain pleasures. Some of that stuff you gotta put, you know, put down a little bit, challenge yourself, you know.
You might not get no box for a whole
Right.
week. So what, man? Don't be mad about it.
Yeah.
Everything's all spiritual, you know.
Proverbs 18:1. It says, Who desire a man having separated himself, seeking instrumental to all wisdom.
Yeah, so you gotta separate yourself, man. Meaning stuff that you are interested into that's outside of truth. You gonna have to set that apart. You know? And let me focus on this, even with your day to day. You know, through the Spirit, you know, I always try to push out, have you a routine and commit to it. You know? Okay, it's 24 hours in a day. Let me put an hour, let me dedicate an hour and a half, you know, to reading and putting out a lesson, you know? Let me put that vibration out. Let me, you know, challenge yourself this week for 3 days off the week, for 2 days off, 4 days, 3 days or 4 days off the week. Let me dedicate 2 hours to the truth, you know? Going back to working out. Once you get to the end of that goal, you feel, man, you know, I feel good, man. You know? Because we commit to other things outside of just work, man, in a damn relationship. You know? There's other things that we commit to.
Yeah, like the opposite, you know, we're called to shoot and really find ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, the whole world is not really, as this world will preach that you gotta get that guy to please that woman, you know, or you just walk the day out just out in the midst of trying to seek women, man.
Yeah, all right now. All right now.
I'm looking at y'all on YouTube, man.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
I'm like, man, y'all keep it going, man.
That's right, brother.
But people up out here, they need to waking them up, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got 2 sisters, man, that's RD ministers,
Yeah.
so they say, but they ain't supposed to be at their pulpit, what I'm understanding.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't get along. You know what I'm saying? But the old people all the way born and raised to watch.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah, I'm really appreciate something like y'all, man.
That's right,
Hey,
brother.
you know what I'm saying? Without y'all, man, I don't know what I'm doing, man.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you for your testimony, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime.
Yeah. That's right, brother. That's right.
That's like Christian. That's what y'all are. Young lions.
Yeah.
Get on their heads, man.
Right. Yep. You know that the ruling class elites, they finna push this new financial system.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They always pushing.
They finna push.
Illuminati,
You gotta
all that. You know what I'm saying? That white supremacy. But they got
Yeah.
black supremacy too as
Oh,
well.
yeah,
They want
absolutely.
war. Like they say, keep your enemy close.
Right.
And that's exactly what they doing.
Yep.
And they want to send them a white supremacy.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
They know right, but they don't do right.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the ones that don't do right. You said as these people, the Edomites, according to the Bible, which, like Brother was saying, their whole agenda is to ship the whole population with the RFID chip. According to the Bible, is the mark of the beast according to
Right.
Revelation
6,
13:16. Yeah. But we here to tell our people, if you're an Israelite, not to take that shit or else they're going to be destroyed by nuclear fire. So that's our main message while we out here is to keep repentance and warn our people of the impending destruction that will come to the children of the past. So, this is not the true biblical image of our Lord. This is a deceiving image. According to the scriptures, our Lord, when the word called Jesus Christ, his true name is Yahweh. He's a so-called black man according to the scriptures, and the Heavenly Father, the Lord Father God, his name is Yahweh. They're both so-called black men. These are all the paid-off leaders that's set up by these people, the Edomites, the wicked.
Right.
To preach prosperity and false doctrine.
Set up women and teach.
They got our women going against your own sister. Cousins and what have you. You know what I'm saying?
All
They wicked.
Yeah.
I know it. Ain't that something? So you ain't got to worry about people in the street. There's one right up in your household.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Full
They
7
something
days.
else, and they know better, but they refuse to do better. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff, for a loan or whatever. Selling their soul for a jelly roll.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? That old type of stuff, man. It's sad, but it's true, huh? Wow, man.
But the elect, no matter what, in the last days, the elect, they're not going to sell out. They'll come out and believe the word and teach. Those men, they're going to be doing the same thing we're doing because we're not the only ones doing it. It's cast throughout the whole world.
Yeah, he said he's been watching brothers, And the real men of the Lord, they're going to have integrity.
Yeah.
They're going to have strength. They're going to have endurance. They're going to believe in the truth. And they're going to, just like Job did, he eschewed evil. He wasn't dealing with none of this crazy, wild shit of the world.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Crazy and wild. Buck wild at that. You know what I'm saying? Like they lost their minds out here, some of them.
For real.
First thing they'll tell you, I ain't trying to hear that.
Oh, yeah. But that's why in Ezekiel.
You outdated and all this little crap. You know what I'm saying? I got rid of a woman, you know what I'm saying? Right on my birthday, March the 23rd.
Oh, yeah, I'm March 19th.
She has a daughter, you know what I'm saying? They over there like, you know what I'm saying? Women talk about a wife. I'm like, hey, why you condoning all this stuff? Well, I'll let them do what they want to do.
No, they ain't supposed to do that.
No, you supposed to tell them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of just sit back, you know what I'm saying? Let them, you know what I'm saying? Send themselves to fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
And that's true love, brother.
If you do that to your kids, what you do to me?
Right,
But I need you around.
Yeah, the Bible say train up a child in a way that he should go, and when he is older, he won't depart from it.
Right.
So you're supposed to teach him. You're supposed to teach him right. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's right, brother.
This 2 Timothy 3 and 13. For evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Yeah, so last day we're seeing that. A lot of men, this the conduct of the people is waxing worse and worse.
Right.
Another millions watching the code. People are becoming more prideful, more self-willed, exalting their own names over the names of the Lord. And that's what we out here to teach our people to get out that degenerate mindset. Because whoever's in that mindset of being an Israelite, they're not going to enter to the kingdom of heaven with that mindset.
It says, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
Yeah. If we learn this truth from our apostles, great millstones, the truth men that taught us the truth. Because we didn't come out here according to our own accord and teach, according to our own understanding. It came from our elders and apostles.
People that are over us.
That are over us. So, we deal with order and humility too.
And that's something that black